Welcome to the Trying to Be Better podcast with Joel and Steve.
We should. That was alarming.
It was alarming. Even though
Hi, everybody.
I told you it was coming.
I appreciate that. I like a little warning.
I'm sure you do. Yes.
Just a tap on the head is all I need. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Trying to Be Better podcast with Joel and Steve. My name is Joel.
And I'm Steve.
And this is a podcast.
It sure is.
In case you've forgotten.
Right. Which is entirely, we wouldn't blame you at this point.
Right. Because moved
on to other things.
Yeah. What else would you have listened to? This is a podcast.
It is, in fact, a podcast among a sea of a veritable galaxy of, in-home produced content.
Speaking of content, this is an anecdote for that term. I've recently, I don't know if you've ever heard of this, but there's a thing called Chat GPT. Have you ever heard of it?
The kids are all into it. I understand.
I just recently, I was like, I'm going to fuck around with this. I'm going to start flirting with, the end. So I actually asked ChatGPT about some things like theatrical stuff. It said, the ChatGPT reassured me with looking ahead to a couple of artistic projects that I'm a creator of meaning, not just of content. So hopefully this is meaning, not just content.
Oh, that's a lovely idea, and I hadn't really thought about it on those terms, but I think that's true.
Sure.
On a good day.
On a good day. It also knows a lot about us.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You Chat GPT'd us?
Oh, yes, I did, Steve.
Really?
Yes, I did.
Does it say that we should just shut up? Does it tell us to go kill ourselves?
No, it's very encouraging.
Oh, wonderful.
You know, it gave us some thoughts about, like, if we really want that Lambo money.
Oh, did it tell us how to monetize?
Yeah, sure. Episodes, it says a lot of things. It's available across all different podcast platforms. Episodes typically feature a casual mix of personal anecdotes, local references, often in Lincoln, Nebraska, pop culture tangents like music or film, and interactions with listeners or local events. Yeah, I've not only heard of it, this is ChatGPT talking, not only have I heard of it, it's an active, ongoing show with a solid listener base and a consistent style over several years.
That's not wrong.
Yeah, man.
I will say, in solidarity with, I guess King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, I pulled us from Spotify. You hear that, everybody? You'll have to listen.
Oh, really?
You'll have to listen to someplace besides Spotify.
Wow. I'm glad we had a meeting about that, because I'm doubling down on Spotify, man.
Are you?
Yeah, I just go all in. I'm joking.
I made an executive decision.
No, it's good. Yeah, screw Spotify.
Now the next step will be to extricate myself personally from Spotify.
Here's the deal, man. I don't feel like doing it today. Maybe tomorrow.
Yeah.
Today, not today.
Well, here's the thing. We just started. We literally just started the group playlist.
I know.
Like, what are we supposed to do? Have a meeting to decide on our other evil streaming platform?
This is the thing. Yeah, it's like, well, maybe I should ask ChatGPT what they suggest about, but here's the deal. Excuse me. If there's maybe a listener out there knows, but maybe there's a way, if I can seamlessly transfer my playlist content and it's all there, then I'll consider it. But sure. I'm in bed. I'm in bed with Satan at this point.
Well, we all are to a certain extent. So, yeah. I mean, right. Are you willing to forego plastic and go to a cash thing and not have a smartphone?
Exactly. This is not a tangent, but it's a side street. Yesterday I went and saw the new Ari Aster movie, Eddington, with
I don't know what either of those things are.
So Ari Aster is a director. He's directed a bunch of stuff, great stuff.
Is this like a Reap Ross thing?
No, I saw it at the Grand.
Oh, okay.
He's directed like Beau is Afraid, and I think he did Midsummer. Did you ever see that?
I can't watch that.
Yeah, it's terrifying. It's a
Hmm.
beautiful, horrible, terrifying movie. It's
Yeah, I won't.
amazing.
I can't. No, I'm out.
And Hereditary.
I'll watch Weekend at Bernie's.
There you go. Or,
Yeah.
or Weekend at Bernie's too.
No, I have
No.
standards. I do have some standards.
Anyway, Eddington is his latest film, and Joaquin Phoenix and
Oh,
Pedro Pascal
no.
and a bunch of other amazing people are in it. But it takes place in this small like I don't know if it's a real town or fictitious town. I should do some research, but it's a small New Mexico town right in May of 2020, right? So it starts out with, the local mayor being very um you know, pro mask, pro distancing, and then the
Hmm.
sheriff is kind of like, this is why are we doing this? We don't
Wow,
even
that's
have any.
weird. That's
So
not too far off from our experience.
so I went with my friend, our mutual friend Kenzie, and she and I were sitting there like we had blocked out a lot of the little details of that time,
Hmm.
like I was like, oh my God, remember that? Remember this? Remember
Hmm.
that? And it escalates, and I won't spoil it.
Sure.
But the one of the points of one of the interesting things that he uses as sort of an allegory for what the fuck that was and where we're at now
Hmm.
is the like virtue signaling, like all the things that, like, yeah, like Spotify, like divest from Spotify, yes, but then, are you divesting from Spotify on your smartphone that was made by child labor across
Right.
you know what I mean? And how many, you know are you aware that the vacation you just took put tons of carbon into the atmosphere? Are you
Yeah.
offsetting that? Like,
Yeah.
enjoy your steak at the steakhouse while you're talking about how horrible Israel is. Like, it's this
Yeah.
whole like juggle of like we are swimming in shit at
Yeah.
this point.
It goes back to the thing of the good place, which is you can't, there's not a way to get enough points.
There's not a way. Yes,
Can't
it's
get enough
rigged. Like,
points.
there's never going to be enough points.
Nope.
And so I'm not like saying like fuck being woke. That's not it.
Right.
But uh it's it's interesting to me, and it kind of was a nice, it was a nice cold bucket of water to the face of like, okay, what are some actionable things you can do, and or I could just sit around and pace in my basement, scrawling on the wall and connecting pieces of yarn on my
Yeah.
cork board to.
We all know the meme.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, where do we, well, I can't vote for that person because they've never said the word Gaza. It's like, well, fuck, what do we get? You know what I mean? Like, I
Right.
don't, but I'm not saying that doesn't matter. I'm saying it's like, at what point? Yeah. But that movie really, highly recommend. That movie really laid bare this, he nailed the quintessential question.
Which
And,
is,
uh, uh, while we are fighting over scraps,
yeah.
who is benefiting the
Yeah. Yeah.
most?
Right. And there's about like five people.
Right. Yeah.
Hmm.
And that they would love to pour, gasoline on the fire because after everything burns, they can buy it up and put a data center there.
Right. Well, so that, this morning I mean, are you familiar with Noam Chomsky's work, Manufacturing Consent?
I'm familiar with Noam Chomsky, but I
Okay.
don't think I've read that. Is that a
Well,
book or an essay or
well,
something?
it's a book that he wrote with another guy in 1988, and I
Hmm.
read it in 1993,
Hmm.
and it's amazing, and it's so important to read that.
Hmm.
And I'll post a link to. There's a really good cartoon distillation of it. It's like
Oh,
five
nice.
minutes long. It's
The
great,
graphic
actually.
novel version.
Pretty much, yeah, and it's great. But there's the idea is that in what, like for example, in China or a quote repressed state,
Hmm.
like like consent is just it's like either you do it or we kill you.
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, some people are just like, oh, okay. Or if you talk bad about the state, you're just going to get disappeared.
Right.
That would never happen in America.
Right.
It was at least 30 years ago, which was, if you think about it, an incredibly innocent time in this
Mm,
country.
yeah.
I mean, we had Reagan and we had, the first Gulf War, but
Yeah.
that's all. I mean, that's like puppy dogs and rainbows compared to what we got going on now.
Yeah.
But the idea was that you can't just, like in America or quote free countries, you can't just kill people because they're in your way.
Hmm.
So you have to manufacture consent.
Oh, yeah. Nice. Yep.
So how do you do that?
Hmm.
And there's five filters, and they are ownership, advertising, the media elite, flack, and the common enemy. And briefly, ownership is like mass media. Picture, well, I don't know, for example, CBS, Fox, NBC, The
Yeah.
Washington Post, New York Times. They're all owned by big corporations whose
Hmm.
motivation is profit, period.
Hmm. Hmm.
They don't like good journalism or fairness is not part of the equation. The illusion of that is
Right.
so there has to be some truth, right? Second pillar, advertising. Uh, the media to produce media costs a lot more money than we would be willing to ever pay.
Hmm.
Like it should be free, basically. So
Hmm.
advertisers come in. So the goal is to to make an analogy. I had when I was younger and I worked in grocery stores. I had a store manager tell me once the purpose of a grocery store deli is not to provide excellent food. The purpose of a grocery store deli is to provide food that will be inoffensive to the highest percentage of customers,
Nice.
right?
Right.
It's not supposed to be delicious. It's supposed to be palatable to the highest percentage of people,
Interesting.
right? Because the people, they won't, nobody will ever say, oh my God, this potato salad is amazing. What they will say is, this is acceptable.
This is potato salad.
That's right. It's like, oh my God, this isn't horrible, right? So that's kind of where, like, the goal of advertising is to get the most
Yeah.
eyeballs on your
Yeah.
thing, right?
Yeah.
So that plays a factor into the truthiness. Like, you don't want too much reality on
Hmm.
your news because people will
Right.
turn away.
Right.
Just like churches, you
Right.
start talking about the actual truth and people won't come. Um,
Right.
so then you have the third thing is the media elite, and I know there's that gets thrown around a lot in this country thanks
Sure.
to this exact thing that we're talking about. But there's a group of people that are like reporters or whatever that are kind of on the white list.
Right.
They're not going to muckrake, it's just
No.
kind of they're
Right.
just going to. So then to the fourth pillar point is flack. Anybody that falls outside of that immediately gets pounced upon
Uh,
and denounced, and like the media machine just says, well, that person's a nut job, or they
yeah.
slept with somebody 30 years ago, or they wore a
Right.
tan suit, or pick your thing.
Right. Hmm.
um and then the fifth and I think most important one, and this is the easiest one to understand, is the common enemy.
Mm.
Whether it's communism,
Right.
we have a history of that in this country, terrorism,
Yep.
or immigrants.
Yeah.
And so those five things together, you really ratchet up. Like their job is to ratchet up the fear
Mm.
and the ignorance. Just be
Yeah.
afraid and angry all the time,
Yeah.
and go buy things. Afraid,
Yeah.
angry, buying things. Afraid, angry, buying things.
Guilty as charged.
100%. Right. But at least you're aware of that.
Yeah. 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 I saw,
Which goes back to the Spotify thing. Like,
right.
I know this is horrible.
I know what this is. I mean, it's like, I know that this conglomerate, this corporation, this business has given to XYZ, and I will rant about it on Instagram, who also
Yes.
gave a shitload to, you know what I mean? So it's like, what are we doing here?
Well, also you're also building your own prison because you're on the list. You already were, but
Yeah.
yeah.
ChatGPT gave us a very clear picture, a very clear picture of the fact that it could read all of our transcripts and know exactly how,
100%.
I saw Reggie Watts, the comedian,
I love
musician.
Reggie Watts.
I love Reggie Watts so much. He shared this thing, and it was like, I think it was either Reggie Watts. No, maybe it wasn't Reggie. Maybe Reggie Watts shared a Duncan Trussell quote. Maybe that's how whatever. But it was, I think it was Duncan Trussell that said it. Somewhere there's some idiot sitting by a stream without his phone, not knowing that he's supposed to be terrified and pissed off.
Right. Yeah, yeah, I've seen that. Yeah. Uh-huh. Like a
Yeah.
psychopath.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Hmm.
So, but I highly recommend the movie Eddington if you,
Okay. Is
yeah, I
it
mean, you
is
may
it a
not rush
horror?
out and
I mean, is it a horror film?
it's not, I mean, it's scary only because it's very real circumstances like
Hmm.
COVID and violence. It's
Hmm.
so, I don't know how you feel about like simulated movie violence, but it's pretty violent. It's pretty gory.
Okay.
It's not gory. I wouldn't
Right.
say gory, but it's very,
I already know the plot in my head. I don't need to see it.
okay, sure.
I
Great.
mean, it's like if 2020 in Lincoln, Nebraska was written by Stephen King.
Okay, yeah, it's a little like that. But here's the thing. I leaned over to Kenzie while we were watching it. I was like, I remember now sitting through the horrors of 2020
Hmm.
and thinking, wow, somebody's going to make a movie of this.
Hmm.
But I think collectively nobody really they've touched on it, but nobody's really made that movie. And I was like, this is that movie, and I didn't think it was going to be this. But
Hmm.
I think there's the benefit of a lot of hindsight with it
Oh,
that
of course.
is really powerful in my mind.
Hmm.
So you may not rush out and spend $15 on a big screen ticket, but if you can stream it on something you're already paying for that is giving to fascists or whatever,
Sure.
then yeah, I recommend it. I recommend it for anybody that's curious. I think it's a really, really and Pedro Pascal and Joaquin Phoenix in particular. Joaquin Phoenix he's a weirdo, but he really is a great film actor in my mind. He's really fucking good.
You mean weirdos make great art, or this weirdo makes great art? That's
He does.
weird that that
Yeah.
would be a thing.
He recently apologized for his
I
weird
saw that
appearance on
on Letterman.
Letterman. Yeah,
Hmm.
he was like, yeah, I was really not.
I was going for a thing I missed.
Yeah, swing and a miss.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking
So
of Letterman, how about that Stephen Colbert?
Jesus Christ.
And this is goes back to the manufacturing consent thing.
Right. Exactly. Yep. Yep. Yeah. The
So we have now what Fox, quote, Newsmax, One America, and now CBS.
yeah, CBS. And they're gonna like there's like a huge part of their budget now that's gonna be he basically has a pipeline to give his, pro me propaganda to a huge, uh
Right.
news, not even news. I mean, yes, news, but just like television. I mean, just like a mainline television thing. I mean,
Well,
it's like this.
Larry Ellison, who's one of the big five,
Hmm.
one of the richest people in the world, like he's the one that bought CBS for his son.
Right. Mm.
And Larry
Nice.
Ellison's he was an election denier in
Mm.
2020. I mean, he's
Hmm.
full on. It's not Team Trump, it's just Team Fascist.
Right.
Again, I
Yeah.
maintain my point that Trump is a rodeo clown.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Being Team Trump is not profitable. Being Team Fascist, on the other hand.
Ding. Mhm.
Yeah.
So
Well, so
When Trump ceases to be useful, more it'll be interesting to see who he's replaced by.
well, Colbert or Trump?
No, Trump.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Colbert won't be replaced.
No. That show's done. The Late Show is
Hmm.
done. Like,
Hmm. Which I'm really glad that I'm going to New York in a week and a half, and we're gonna be right across the street from that theater. So,
oh, nice.
go
Yeah.
get a 40 of something and pour it out.
Dude, go get a 40 of King Cobra and pour it out on the street.
Pour it out on the street. You could do
Uh,
that in New York, nobody even bat an eye.
you could pee right there if you
I
wanted
might.
to. Yeah.
Right.
So one thing about like we were in, yeah, was it London? No, where were we? Might have been Paris.
You've traveled to so many places.
I know. There's like little very utilitarian urinals that are very open everywhere. You can just if a young lad needs to relieve himself, they know that either they're going to do it on a bush or on the street, or you can do it in a urinal receptacle. There's like open air urinals everywhere. It's great.
That's amazing.
Yeah. I didn't use it. I got too much stage fright, but
Yeah, I get that. That's a thing with me too.
yeah.
Although in
Uh,
that circumstance, I think I'd probably be okay, especially if I actually really had to go.
yeah. Yeah. It would depend on the dire circumstances.
Yeah, yeah.
But back to the Colbert thing and the whole like CBS Paramount thing. The wild thing though is that 4 or 5 days after that announcement, we get the return of South Park.
Uh-huh.
I mean,
After they got a big payout from Paramount,
I know, so
and
great.
they just went scorched earth.
They really did. Like,
Mhm.
so I have not been watching. I fully admit I don't watch that show religiously. I really haven't watched it in a long.
I haven't watched it in 20 years. I
Yeah,
mean,
same.
other than the occasional greatest hits clip, you know.
Right, exactly. Uh, but there was an interview with Trey Parker and Matt Stone that came out after that episode dropped, where they they literally made up a preview of their season. Like, we're back, and they're like, we don't know. We're not gonna. We never can our episodes on the
Right,
front end, right? So
right,
we're just gonna make shit up. Like, we don't know what it's gonna be. So everybody
right.
thought it was gonna be kind of in line with the storylines they had before.
Yeah, yeah.
And I mean, within 4 or 5 days, they had references to Colbert on a show that dropped right after they signed a $1.5 billion deal
Yeah.
with Paramount Plus.
I hope they got their money up front.
I hope so too. Yeah. I mean, Paramount Plus essentially bought everything and then
Yeah.
also ordered 50 episodes.
Wow.
So
And
everything
those guys
is,
are,
oh, it's so good.
you could just see the faces around the boardroom as they're watching
Yeah. Yeah.
Trump in bed with Satan and Satan refusing to fuck.
Oh my God. And that's like a reference back to that's exactly how they used to draw and voice Saddam Hussein. Like, there was a
Oh my God, that's right.
so Saddam Hussein had that flappy head, the same voice, the
Uh-huh.
same toxic relationship with Satan. It was just
Uh-huh.
like they just plugged and played that one, which was so funny.
That's so funny.
Yeah. And so I mean, I think that South Park loves to piss everybody off. They don't pull any punches with anybody. They're not on anybody's they don't
Side.
particularly yeah, they're on the side of satire. They're not on the side
Right.
of any political spectrum.
That's very Zappa-esque of them.
Yes. So I
Mhm.
think that, everybody's going to everybody that's anti-Trump, I guess, is probably tune in like myself. I'm now.
Have you seen their apology video?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
So, I mean, it'll probably upset, everybody, this week, but they turn it around like that though. That's the amazing thing is that
That
they
is
try to keep it as topical as
timely.
possible.
Well, not, I mean, their production house must be like a Swiss watch.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. I think there's a documentary and it's older now, but I think it's called like 5 days to air or 4 days to air. And it's kind of about the process of them making the show because I think now with sort of digital animation, they can just sort of whip that
Really?
out and then
Yeah.
they could just plug it in and record it and
Yeah.
send it. And at this point, they have the clout and the $1.5 billion. Like,
Right. Those are two guys that I wholeheartedly say they should be billionaires. Like
exactly.
seriously, like I'm
Yeah,
totally okay with that because I know that they'll use it for good.
sure. Yep. Yep. For sure. Yeah. I think that I typically have a yearly work trip to Denver.
You going to Casa Bonita?
I'm gonna do it. That'll be my
Make sure,
every time
dude, you need to get your reservations in like now.
I will because uh yeah, I always do one fun thing like I'll go see a show or
Right?
last year I went to a Nuggets game like maybe Casa Bonita will be my big outing. So,
Because the drummer for Exile, they just went there and they made their reservations in February,
oh wow. Yeah.
and they were like number 600,000 and something.
Oh, I bet it's even through the roof now, but
Right. Our friend and past guest, Charlie Shanka, said, "Hey," because I posted like kind of joking, like, "Hey, anybody want to go to Casa Bonita?"
yeah.
And he's like, "Dude, let me know. I'll get your reservation."
Okay.
Yeah,
Maybe I'll
like
reach out to Charlie.
yeah, you should. He's in. Uh, his company did the live video and streaming for the string cheese incident shows at Red Rocks recently.
Oh shit.
Yeah, like they did the whole
Nice.
thing, the in-house, and it's pretty rad.
That's dope.
Hmm. Shout out to Charlie.
Yeah.
Hmm.
What are you up to? What are you into? I feel like I just haven't
Yeah, we haven't done.
connected
Yeah,
with
we
you as a
haven't.
human.
I know we don't. I don't even know you anymore.
I feel like we don't even know each other anymore.
Well,
Relax, guy.
we should, we should put some effort into our relationship. Um,
We should get an app together. Like a relationship app where we can really
oh,
reconnect.
I think that I what?
Today's episode is brought to you by Paired.
Oh
There's an app
God.
called Paired where you can reconnect with your
We
partner.
oh, it's not. Okay, I was gonna make a fruit joke. Sorry, I'll just stop.
What are you up to? What are you into? What are you
Oh,
listening to? What have you
what am I
seen?
listening?
Let's do
Jesus,
that before, because I know we have to end a little early today.
I can't even remember. I played a show last night,
Yeah.
and it was fine. For the
What?
14 people that were there.
Where was it? Bodegas?
Yeah, and what am I doing? I'm going to New York. Went to
Yeah.
Virginia Beach.
Yeah.
Um, I'm working, and I feel like there's other stuff going on. Went and saw the uh, Joseph and the Technicolor Dreamcoat thing at
Oh, how
Pinewood
was
Bowl.
that?
You know, it was good.
There's one more angel in
Yep,
heaven.
that
I
was
love
funny.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
and
love
I
that.
love the Elvis thing.
Yeah.
That was great. I mean, the story, I was like, oh, cool, more Jesus stories.
Yeah.
Um, but that's great. But I got over it, and cool, more Old Testament. Love that.
Great.
Love
Yeah.
that for my Wednesday night musical theater entertainment. Um, but there were some genuinely great moments in it, and it's a
Oh,
good
good.
production. I mean, like I mean, the that summer stock production thing out of Pinewood Bowl has been going on for a long time,
Hmm.
and it's very, you know, friendly summer entertainment,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
There's not
It
going to be
appeals to a wide audience.
it's like deli grocery store deli potato salad. Um,
Correct.
but it was, I mean, it was fun.
Yeah,
I
they're
mean,
great. I mean, it's a
I
great.
genuinely laughed a couple
Mhm.
times, and the dancing was great, and you know.
They do a good job. I don't mean
Mhm.
to be a local theater person that's poo-pooing other people's
Yeah,
work,
yeah,
but it's
yeah.
fucking great. Like,
It is.
and it has been going forever. I remember, I mean, I was too young to even know what was happening, but I remember, and I think we traveled to Lincoln because we lived in Columbus, my parents taking us to Pinewood Bowl to see a
Go
production of
see
The
the
King and
thing.
I.
Oh yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, back when I was little. But yeah, they do great
That
stuff.
was the king, and that was played by a guy named Dick Terhune, who is kind of he doesn't live here anymore, but he was a Lincoln theater arts
Hmm,
legend.
nice.
Mhm.
Nice.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
from my little sister. My little sister, she's not little anymore. Our friend and past guest Libby was in a production with him way, way, way back in the day.
What
When
production
he
do you
was
remember?
little. I want to say it was Annie.
Yeah, I love Annie. It's like
Mhm.
my favorite. I mean, it's like,
Well, that then, my friend, have I got a thing for you? Because the next year's Pinewood Bowl production is Annie.
so here's my thought on Annie. And my students give me a lot of shit about it,
Oh,
but
I'm really curious to hear this because of your love of all things mainstream.
I do love it. I grew up like I
Well,
would
you're a
as a
Disney
kid.
guy.
When I was a kid, I would watch Annie, the 1982 version,
Yeah, yeah.
right? I watched
With
that.
Carol Burnett.
Yes.
Amazing.
And
Tim
yeah,
Curry.
Tim Curry as fucking yeah, Rooster. I
Rooster.
watched that shit over and over as a kid. I
Mm-hmm.
loved it. I loved everything about it. When it came, there was a tour of it. Kirsten and I went. I fucking
Yeah.
love that shit. But I really wanted, and they didn't. If Pinewood Bowl wants a different take conceptually on Annie, feel free to reach out. My services are available. I think that I would like to do I would I would like to do Annie, and this I was thought about this, in the first Trump presidency, but I'd like to do Annie at a border detention facility.
Oh.
Yeah,
You know,
and
I think we've talked about that before
have we?
on
Okay.
this
Well,
podcast. It's been a while since probably the first presidency.
I have all of the things covered. I've justified every number. I know it all. The Daddy
That would
Warbucks
be
thing, everything.
that would be amazing.
Yep. Miss Hannigan is actually a closeted cross-dressing border agent. Yeah, all of it.
I would if I had Lambo money, I would just pay for you to make that.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
You'd be my benefactor.
I would,
Yeah.
100%.
Okay. Well, maybe someday I'll get to do it. Yeah.
Well, and given the fact that, ICE's budget just got, what's the word for 10 timed?
Inflated. I don't know.
What is magnified by 10 times, and
Hmm.
now FEMA is building concentration camps.
Yeah.
You may get that opportunity.
Yeah.
I mean, either that or you'll end up in one of the camps.
We could do it in the camp.
Oh my
Like,
God.
you know what I mean? Like,
And with today's technology, you could probably broadcast it from the camp.
this is what I'm saying. It'd be like Life is Beautiful. It'd be like like a new version of that. Cool.
I'm weirdly kind of excited.
I'm like emaciated and
Yeah,
just
yeah.
whipped.
Starving like the kids in Gaza.
All right, guys, are you ready for the auditions of the?
And everybody's just like, "Meh."
Yeah. Uh, whatever
Oh
you do
no.
between rehearsals, don't take a shower.
Yeah.
I
Or
need you for the next rehearsal.
we want this to be authentic.
Yeah. Oh my God. Speaking of local theater, the
Yeah.
Angels Theater Company thing went
Dude,
off
it's
without a hitch.
I tried to get tickets to that and it was sold out.
Oh, nice. Well, we went opening night and there was a lot of empty seats, so I thought, well, maybe there's a lot.
Really?
Like, yeah.
I couldn't go the first week. I had to
Oh yeah.
and that's done now, right?
The last show of my flight, which is
Uh-huh.
Flight A, that has the show that I directed in
Yeah.
it. There's a matinee this afternoon at
What time?
2 o'clock.
I think it's sold out.
It might be. It
Yeah.
might be. It might be close. I mean, here's
I
the
mean,
thing
the
about
website said it was sold out because I looked
here's
for all the dates on the second week or
I
whatever.
mean, you could roll the dice. I feel like most theater in general is never fully sold out. I feel
Mhm.
like even at Broadway, like there's always people that don't claim their tickets. So if you want to
Right.
roll the dice, you could show up and get on a list.
I might
So
do that actually.
yeah, there's a little soiree afterwards that I'll be at. I'm not going to be at the show, but
Hmm.
yeah, that was great. I was one of those things where I was like, you know, this is going to take my time and blah blah. It was really fun. Like I had a blast. It was a lot of fun. It was really I do that. I do that. I do that with
Every
things that I love to do. I'm just like, you know,
I
this is
was
going to take.
listening. Somebody was interviewing Mark Maron recently where he talked about that.
Oh, really? I
Like
like the.
it's a universal thing with people with anxiety. Like fuck, I don't want to. I'm gonna have to go do the thing, and I'm gonna have to go see the people. And you get there like, this is great.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
And then after you leave, you hate yourself a little bit for being so bummed out on it in the first place. And the
yeah.
cycle starts again.
And this, yes, it's fuel for the next cycle. So
Exactly.
I'm actually actively trying not to do that. I've got two back-to-back theatrical projects. I actually asked ChatGPT for some encouragement. But I have
Dude, why don't you just get an AI girlfriend?
I don't want an AI girlfriend. I feel like that would
Well,
go
okay, hold on. An AI companion.
well. I mean, the next time I have a meeting with my therapist, I'm going to be like, "All right, buddy,
So I got
sell me."
Chat GTP now.
Yeah. What are you
And
gonna?
every time I submit a query, it burns down another part of a rainforest. But
But it's free.
yeah,
I
it's
mean,
free. It's
I'm
free to me.
sacrificing my data and my personal identity, but
Yeah.
I'm not shelling out 150
And,
bucks.
and you
So
cost $150.
yeah. So
So
tell me more.
right.
I think I have a good enough rapport with my therapist. I think that he would also sort of say, well, you can do that, like
Right.
let me know how that works.
That is an option, right?
But
Mhm. And
he actually uses,
when you want to start taking the twine down from your walls
yeah,
and the stick pins and you want to come talk to me again, let me know.
yeah. He actually does use AI for his notes. Like I've having to given him express consent for that. But
I have done the same thing.
yeah, I think that's, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
I often yell at the laptop recording our conversations. You hear
Nice.
that? Hmm.
So yeah, that was good.
Yeah, what have you
uh,
been up to? You've done the art thing. You've done I mean, what are you listening to? What am I listening to?
um, I'm listening right now. I'm listening to uh the Dune audiobook.
Oh, hmm.
Yeah. And then actually I have it right here because I got some birthday money, so I spent some birthday a gift card at Barnes and Noble and got the second book, Dune Messiah,
Oh,
so that it would hopefully be the carrot so that I finish this audiobook.
oh, I see.
So I'm getting into that world. And I got, yeah. So I'm listening to that.
I've
What
been
else?
listening. I can't, if you need something just fun to read, pick a Carl Hiassen book, any
Okay.
Carl Hiassen book. They are so, so funny. And they're it's like crime drama with little violence, little sex, and a little just so, so insanely funny. Like the circumstances that it's all based in South Florida, like Miami. And
Oh,
so
nice.
that's just fruit for,
Is it like noir? Is it like a PI? Like,
it's a little noir, but with a zany, madcap layer on top of it. It's
Love it.
noir, but
Sure.
it's and there's one recent he's been writing for 40 years, but
Hmm.
one of his recent novels is I forget the name of it, but it's I mean it's very current in
Yeah.
terms of the whatever politics and there's a very much an undercurrent of um like he's a nature guy, like he's
Mm.
really angry about what's happening and has been happening in the Everglades,
Mm.
you know.
Yep.
So but he this this one of his most recent ones takes place. It's Mar-a-Lago, but he calls it Casa Bellicosa.
Nice.
It's so great. And one of the subplots is about a tanning bed technician
Oh my God.
and what they have to go through to make sure that the commander in chief's tan is,
Oh my God.
and they literally have to have a test person who is also morbidly obese,
Right.
and that person may or may not kind of have an accident in the tanning bed. And I
As
mean,
a way to pre-plan for that?
yes, exactly. Yeah,
Yes.
to make sure that that doesn't happen with POTUS.
Oh my
I
God.
mean, that's just a little side thing, but it's one of those things I just have to put, I just start I can't stop laughing.
Well, that just goes to show that the author is A, willing to make that tangent, and
Oh
B,
yeah.
that his editors are like, yeah, this is you. Like, don't cut that out.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what we
Oh,
want. That's what we want.
Carl Hiassen has been writing these novels for 40 years and
Oh, nice.
they're insane and they're hilarious.
Dig it. Dig
Yeah.
it.
Hmm.
Yep. I mean, yeah. So that's okay, good. I have lots of books to read, but I'll add that to the list. That'll be fun. Especially like I'm assuming
I'll
there's
shoot you a
audio.
link.
Okay.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, yeah. I'll shoot
Okay.
you a link for the one I'm talking about, the most recent one.
Okay.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, speaking of like what I'm listening to though, like music wise, Kirsten gave me shit on this road trip. Well, we went on a road trip,
Oh, you
little
went to Iowa.
kayaking trip
Hmm.
to we went to we stayed in the town of Marion, Iowa, which is just like north of Cedar Rapids, a stone's throw. It's like essentially a little suburb of Cedar Rapids, if that's a thing,
Okay.
because it's a halfway point between Chicago and us, and there's
Oh, hmm.
lakes and stuff.
Hmm.
So we took our kayak, and Kirsten's sister and her husband met us there. We got an Airbnb in Marion. It's a cool little downtown. I actually walked into this really, cool bookstore that had rainbow flags and everything. I was like, oh, I'll go. I was on a morning walk to get some
Hmm.
coffee before everybody woke up, and I went to this bookstore. They were open, and I walked in because it looked like a progressive bookstore. I'm like, oh, let's
Hmm.
see what kind of books they have. And she's like, hi, welcome in, blah blah blah. She's like, just so you know, we're primarily a romance and romance bookstore. We have some other
Hmm.
things, but basically, and I look over and I see like crocheted penises and a bunch of. I'm like, I don't know that I'm going to buy a book here. I didn't say that. I did
Right.
actually buy a book. I'll get to that. But she's like, what do you read? I'm like, well, I don't read a lot of romance. I mean, I'm kind of reading, some classic science fiction,
Star
like
Wars.
Star Wars books and Dune and shit. She's like, oh, we have alien smut right over here. And she kind of laughed. She kind of knew. She read the room. She's like, this guy's not buying anything, but he's supportive.
Right. Yeah, yeah.
But then I saw they had hard covers of the United States Constitution, so I bought one of
Oh.
those. And some
So are you
some
just gonna burn it later or what?
yeah. Yep. I'm
Okay.
gonna actually roll joints with it or something and wipe my ass
Perfect.
with it.
Uh-huh.
So I have a hardcover Constitution from there. But anyway, Marion, Iowa, we went kayaking at this Lake McBride. It was delightful and wonderful and really nice, and we did that. Yeah,
That's lovely.
yeah.
Hmm.
Um, did some landscaping
Oh.
at my house.
I saw a video your our friend and past guest and your wife Kirsten posted yesterday, or pictures, just Maven basically.
Yeah.
But I thought Maven was bolting out into the backyard to go do a patrol, and I thought Joel's backyard looks great.
Thanks, man.
Yeah,
There's
it
always
looks
little
really,
improvements,
well,
but
yeah, but it's green and it's sort of manicured.
it's somewhat
I mean,
manicured.
it's not like like a wasteland of weeds and
No,
dried dirt.
no. We've worked pretty hard, and especially in the very back, we like weed matted, and Kirsten planted some bushes, and we put new mulch down and a bird bath. We made
But
that look
I wanted
pretty.
to acknowledge your
Thanks, man.
your success at domestic life.
Well, you know what's actually, I mean, there was a lot of years before the dog where it's like we could keep it as nice or not as we wanted to, but we
Right.
spend more time back there because of her.
Right.
That I'm like, well, if I'm going to be back here a lot, I
You
want
want
it to look nice. Yeah.
Right.
So,
Or at least not
but
make you feel bad about yourself.
well, that was the whole impetus of this fucking landscaping project. Because a couple of years ago, there's this little strip that I put weed mat down and put rocks on top of, but the weeds busted through the weed mat.
Oh.
So I'm like, fuck. I'm like, okay, I know it's going to be hot the next few days. I'm going to
Get out there.
I'm just going to, this is going to take a couple hours. I had everything ready to go.
Yeah.
4.5, 5 hours later and a backache later, I finally kind of finished it. But
now you can sit out there and bask in the glow.
yeah,
Let
and then there's
glory.
other weeds to pull, and then there's a
There's always
joist
other
on my
weeds to
deck
pull.
to fix. I mean, these are my problems.
It never ends.
Never ends. It never ends.
Right.
So, but thank you for the video in question though. Maven has, she gets a little bit of a greyhound fix. We do this thing at the back door because the instinct for go get him. Yeah, get him. So she does kind of prep like a greyhound in the starting gate.
And
then she has the same pattern. She runs all the way to the opposite end, runs. Yep, she's doing it right now. Kirsten must have just let her out. She runs that way. She runs back behind. She's doing it right now. Runs back behind the shed. Runs back here. But the other day, like, I don't know, maybe a week or so ago, she did that in the middle of the night, and I went out there to just kind of sit while she did her business before we went back inside or before we went to bed. And she chased a whole family of raccoons up one of my trees.
Are you serious?
She was doing that, and then I heard some scurrying, and I was like, Jesus Christ. And I'm like sitting right next to the tree. I look over and I see 5, mounds of fur scurrying up the tree. And so I put my flashlight on my phone on and took a video, and I flashed it up in the tree, and there's like 6 pairs of eyes, just that you just see the eyes. It was great.
That's awesome.
So ever since then, she's like convinced that it's just run amok with vermin, and she needs to eradicate them.
Good for her. Good dog.
Yeah. She's the dictator of the backyard. So
great. At least you got one. I mean,
yeah,
fantastic.
Yeah, dude. So,
well,
all right. Well,
it's good to see you.
It's good to see you, man. I know you got to run. I'm glad we did this.
Yeah.
I'm still working on that next surprise guest. So
yeah, that'd be cool.
If I don't hear from him by the end of the day, I'm going to try other means. I might just show up at his house or something.
Oh, that'd be great. We should kidnap him.
No.
Oh.
Just clearly, because Chat GPT is listening.
Oh,
we're not going to kidnap anybody.
We do not condone.
We do not condone kidnapping celebrities or otherwise.
Chat GPT, gets nuance of like our sense of humor.
Hopefully.
If not, well, we're getting locked up anyway. So, for one thing or another.
I can't wait for that production of Annie, though. That's all I'm saying.
See, I'm here for. I hope we get locked up together.
You can play Rooster if we're in the same camp.
Please.
You get to play. Yeah, you get to play Rooster.
Oh, thank you. Yes.
I'm excited. It here. Yeah, you heard it here.
All right.
Easy Street.
That's
all right.
Right. All right, later.
All right, bye.
forget, toot your hooter.